Pluto is going to square in a waxing square our Venus. Okay, so we know now something about the season of the square energy, the feeling of the square energy, the waxing square energy in this case, and what Aries energy requires. So we can look ahead in the future and at this Pluto square Venus aspect 10 years from now. But we know Pluto is in a waxing square to our natal Venus. You can picture that. And so we can project onto this time that there will, without a shadow of a doubt, be a need to find healthy, conscious, evolutionarily appropriate, whatever we could say, means of expressing this first quarter square Aries energy. And this need for courage, this need for expression is happening between our natal Venus, our natal need for connection and stress release and peace. But Pluto is this force, transiting Pluto, this force of uh, dark stuff coming up or hidden stuff coming up or a need to look deeply psychologically or emotionally at or emotionally process something big in order to clear the way for dot dot dot. And we know that that's what Pluto, transiting Pluto is about. And we know that natal Pluto or natal Venus is about this. And we know that a square energy is about this. And so we can project or predict in the future, whatever, by inserting keywords. A need to be conscious of and transform any dark aspects of dot dot dot, transiting Pluto. Our self-worth, our way we relate and how we de-stress, natal Venus. And that this is going to take some effort and some courageous engagement. Square. So we can look 10 years in the future at ours or our clients, Pluto square, transiting Pluto in a waxing square to our natal Venus, and we can then project or predict that we don't know what's going to happen, man, in stage one. We don't know what's going to happen, man, but there is an opportunity from the universe to have a really deep conversation with ourselves about our self-worth, how we make money, how we relate to people. Is there anything that has been dark or hidden or suppressed in relationships? Is there any ancient woundedness that we feel in relationship? And we get a sense of this thematically. We get a sense of the higher purpose or reason why one would need to experience something like this. Why would Pluto need to square our Venus? And we would say, well, Pluto has a necessary purpose in the growth cycle of nature. And the projection on the planet Pluto is that of the season of Scorpio, where the leaves fall and they're digested, and the past year is digested so it can be fertilizer for next year. So we take our life and whatever we've experienced and we digest it so it can be used to empower whatever we face in the future. And that's what Pluto wants. And so we make all of these calculations in our head in a split second, of course, because the screen pops up and we see, oh, Pluto squares your Venus in 10 years, and the client wants to know what that's about. And we say, whatever it's about, it's an opportunity to reclaim your self-love. Whatever it looks like you will be doing some work and need to courageously engage anything keeping you from your healthy Venus. And Pluto is the force of bringing awareness to that need. So we celebrate that in Ryan's brand of predictive astrology, because what we want to have happen is a healthy engagement with the growth cycle of nature. And we want that to be applied to our astrology. So in prediction, 10 years, 1 year, whatever, oh, Pluto squares Venus, what's that going to be about? That's going to be about the end result we want to be about is a total and complete transformation, i.e., reclamation of the healthiest aspects of whatever the natal Venus says. Okay, and so if Venus is transiting through Aquarius, then a waxing square would be a natal Venus in Scorpio. And so, okay, well, Pluto's going to square my Venus in Scorpio. What's going to happen, man? What's going to happen is you're going to have an opportunity to find your power and your strength to courageously engage anything keeping you from your total and complete radiant self-love and self-worth. So, what do you think that could percolate up as? And that's where it gets dangerous. That's where the whole philosophy of prediction gets really, really tricky. Because when we consider the growth cycle of nature, what we're looking at is the outcome of wherever we are right now in this moment.